afternoon, everyone. I am Francesca Noardo. I work at the OGC, and I am coordinating the EUnet4DBP from a couple of years together with others, as I will tell you in a while. Why it's not okay. Okay, so I will start with a short introduction on digital building permit. I know that most of you are more than familiar with that, but maybe someone is not, so I will just introduce it. And then, oh, thank you. And then introduce the EUnet4DBP and how the network is composed at the moment, the activities that we are developing, and getting to some conclusions. So what is building permits? Building permits are the approval for building construction or renovation from building authority after the checking compliance to regulations and the city planning rules and areas and so on. How is it digital? So what does it mean, digital? So many people, when asking, do you have a digital permit system? They say, yes, of course. We upload things on the web for applying, but it's not just that. It's more about passing from mostly analog, but also digital document-based systems. So if you upload PDF, we are not considering it as digital. And passing from that to some digital data-driven processes. So using BIM model, building information models, and GIS data. So that's shortly how it works, what this pass from one process to the other works, and the related advantages. What are the challenges? We have several challenges that are implied because it's a very complex issue. It's a very complex process. A lot of stakeholders are involved, a lot of disciplines. So what do we need for making this transition? We need intersectoral collaboration. So municipalities and government are involved, but also designers, and we need the citizens, and we need the technology developers. So we need a lot of intersectoral collaboration. We also need multidisciplinary collaboration because we have building experts and city experts and regulations experts and city data and maps experts and so on. With a high diversity, we need to tackle it. We need to provide solutions for the issue in different, municipalities, and each municipality has their own specificities and so on. And we need interoperability of data in order to reuse these solutions everywhere and by everyone. So some years ago, we started working and exploring this use case and these projects, these topics, and we could see that there were some building permit initiatives already ongoing and some studies at different levels. So some of them were national projects, others were just university research projects, small ones and big ones, and so on. So they were very diverse, but the challenge was really to tackle these initial points, and they were very diverse, these initiatives. So, for example, the disciplines involved were very different. Some were working on it from the point of view of building management, others from the design point of view, others from the legal point of view. And there was always some parts missing, some pieces missing, because in this way you can only tackle one part of the issue, but you are missing the other point of view that would help you to solve the connection to the city, for example, or to the rest of all this complex framework. The field of development, so some of them were studies in universities, others were initiatives from the municipalities with software companies, for example, and therefore these small things were growing. The investment was also very different. So there were super big millions of investment projects from some states, from some entire countries to develop some building permit system. Otherwise, in some cases, it was just a voluntary work and so on, and the kind of initiative which could be either top-down or bottom-up. So a lot of diversity. What could be instead the advantage of some scalability? If we develop something that it can work wherever in Europe or in the world, we could have some more professional mobility. So designers can apply everywhere, and the construction companies can go to different countries to construct their the buildings and to apply in an easier way. The tools can be reused. Interoperability has gives some advantages of that. Of course, one of the main advantages of collaboration and scalability is to join efforts. So we don't need to do the same thing a number of times, one time for each small municipality or small research group, but we can collaborate and do things together. Then municipalities or the final stakeholders and users can choose what is the best approach for their needs specifically, and optimize investment, of course. So for this reason, we started with the EUnet4DBP in early 2020. The mission was to accelerate the digital transformation of building permit system. We wanted to develop some flexible, scalable, and reusable building permit tools and methods. And we are considering these three pillars, let's say, the process, rules and regulations, and then the technology. We have one more that is related to the human side, to the stakeholders, outreach, and officers' empowerment, which is not appearing here, but it's more or less transversal to all of that, and it's a very important one because we could see that changing the mindset and explaining how this transition can help is a challenge itself. To participate to the network, you just need to accept some principles, which are these ones. So commitment to share, openness, collaborate, ethics, practical, innovative, and competent. And you can just join the network from the website that you cannot see because there is the Zoom banner, but I will show you later. Currently, it has raised from 2020, and we got to more than 80 institutions. You can see here that they are very diverse with respect to the disciplines they are, and also to the sector they are working on. So we have research, governmental and administration, and also companies. And we have some international organizations which are supporting and covering more parts of that. So we are growing. And now there are also several projects which are meeting in the network and exchanging some of the results and discussing and maybe developing things together time to time. The three Horizon Europe projects are three of them, but there are also several others, different nature projects which are belonging to that and working together. What are the main activities? So first of all, we are meeting more or less quarterly. So every 3 months, more or less, we are meeting and exchanging what are the updates, what are we developing, what are the results achieved, what can be useful to exchange more and to work together on. Now, a part of these meetings has also become EUnet4DBP Talks. They are in YouTube. The network has a YouTube channel, and you can find these talks there. We had one on the process, one on the on demonstrations of some tools, Another one, the last one was on Friday on privacy, and it's not in the YouTube yet, but it will be. New projects, and there will be more. We are developing some common papers and studies. So there was a very initial one that was a review paper done with a group, a heterogeneous, a diverse working group from several participants to the network. It was a long process, but nice result, I hope. And currently there are some more papers and studies in progress. So EUnet4DBP is coordinating most of them. There is a process paper, and a working group is organizing, is researching and investigating the as-is building permit process, the level of digitalization, and the related issues in more than 20 European countries, and with currently more than 60 interviews. So we are all looking forward to the results. Another thing is about the development of a taxonomy for digital permit system, building permit system. So I invite you to take your phones, look at the QR code, and maybe now or later to fill the form and disclose the card sort exercise and the tree test, because it's really something that we are investigating. So what are the systems that are composing the building permit system, and what are the concepts which are filling into that? It will not end up as a proper ontology, let's say, probably, but the main goal is to use this for assessing and assessing the existing status of digital building permits in the different cases, and also to help structure the development. So assessing the maturity and draw a roadmap, for example. So that's the first goal, and then it can be extended, of course. But we need to be sure to provide an agreed taxonomy for that. So your help is welcome. Besides that, we are also developing a maturity model coordinated with the Czech project. So Czech is also one of the development of a maturity model is among the Czech objectives as well. So we are joining efforts to extend this task with the EUnet4DBP expertise and the data that they got from the interviews they made. And from the workshop of this morning, probably some paper or white paper on the to-be process will also come. Then we have the events. We have already organized a couple of events. This one is one of them. In 2021, we had a workshop. It was in a digital format because we were into COVID. And we are planning another big event for the 2024. That will be a collaboration between the EUnet4DBP and many other institutions that you cannot see here because the formatting has changed, but Building Digital Twin Association will be one of them, and others, so that we can try to bring together many of the actors which are interested in the topic. So to conclude, this network and this collaboration can help enjoying multidisciplinarity and intersectoral views that are really essential for solving the digitalization of building permit issue. We can provide some common framework and harmonize the results as much as possible so that we can effectively reuse them and propose them as and make them scalable, and also propose something which is not I mean, to base on this for developing consistent tools and solutions. We can find collaborators, have new projects, give momentum to ongoing activities, so we can advertise and also find a bigger outreach, a higher impact, and a wider audience for the ongoing initiatives. And that's it. Thank you for your attention. You can find the website here and the LinkedIn and the Twitter accounts as well. So you can follow that and join the network. So thank you.